Hey, over the weekend we did some maintenance on a Hummer H1, actually that my son owns, and ran into a couple snags, so here they are. So we did some maintenance on my son's Hummer H1, and what's kind of interesting, here's a little model of a Humvee, but the same thing is there's differentials here and here, and then inside here there are geared hubs, so there's 4 of those. So 3 out of 4 of the geared hubs, the drain plugs, which look like this, were stuck. This was the only one that actually came out on its own. And so on the differentials, both of them were stuck. So what had happened is the previous mechanic had over tightened them, and we're guessing like around 100 pounds. They're supposed to be torqued down to 8 to 12 pounds. So this is how big the versus the smaller ones for the geared hubs, and this is for the differential. So a little bit different. So what we had to do is we had to take these plugs, then I had to weld a bolt into the plugs, which then these were the 2 for the differentials. So with the bolts, and 3 out of 4 of the hubs I had to weld bolts in. So that's what we did over the weekend. But yeah, they were in there really tight. Actually, this one's a little bit shorter than the other bolts. They were all the same grade 8 size bolts. This one was in there so tight the first time I welded it in, it actually snapped, and so I had to grind it off and then re-weld it on again. And so this one has been welded 360 degrees. The other ones are not quite 360. One's like 180. Actually, this one's 360. But so this one was just welded the heck out of. But what's interesting is when these go inside, they're only sticking out a tiny bit. So they screw into about here. So very little is actually sticking out. So some people will weld a nut on like this. I'm not that great of a welder, so I did a bolt and was able to just grind a little bit of the threads off and do that. So we got all of them out, and we got everything serviced and all new oils, and we torqued them down to the proper specifications to about 10 pounds. So that's what we did over the weekend, and we actually did have another helper, and her name was YPO. So, alrighty, you guys have a powerful day. Go get them. Bye now.